Doreen Granpeesheh is the
Dr. Doreen is an expert in autism.
Doreen Granpeesheh.
Dr. Granpeesheh.
Dr. Doreen Granpeesheh.
Dr. Doreen Granpeesheh is a visionary in the field of autism. Now you can ask her questions on Ask Dr. Doreen.
Matt has written in and said, how may I help a teenage boy increase his voice volume if he is sensitive to loud noises? Thank you. I just was at a thing recently, and I have to be careful what I say, but there's a whole episode on Seinfeld about low talkers, about people who just, when they talk, they talk. And I was at a thing, and there was somebody that I really wanted to hear what they were saying, and every time I would ask them a question, they would, and I would say, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit deaf, can you speak up? And I never heard a single word that they said. And I was mortified, because when they would contribute to the conversation, I would just kind of look around at other people like, are you hearing? Because I'm not hearing. And we seem to have this on the spectrum. Sometimes our kids are talking too loud and sometimes they're talking too soft. I just wanted to point out that it's not just people on the spectrum. There's a whole episode of Seinfeld about this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's very funny. So what do you recommend?
So first of all, the fact that he's sensitive to noises doesn't necessarily mean that he's sensitive to the sound of language. So I wouldn't classify it together. What I would do is I would do some of the exercises that Shannon was referring to earlier, record him when he is talking, and then have him, show him on the recorder how you can make it louder, softer, etc. And then actually tell him, can you try to do it louder so that we can hear it? One of the things we do for loud is you're in the other room and you'll ask a question and the child has to respond, and you'll just be saying, I can't hear you, I can't hear you, and he will respond. Now, if he is extremely sensitive to the sound of his own voice, then that is an issue, and he will just be a more soft-spoken person. But I think it's important, the message that you're trying to get across is that if he has things he wants, and you will, be in his presence and he'll ask for something and you'll give it to him because you heard it. But if he wants an item and you're in the other room and you can't hear it, he won't get the item. And that will give him the message that he must be louder. For instance, he may also want to go outside and you won't hear it. So you need to be pretending that you don't hear his requests. And you can either say, oh, I couldn't hear that, just like Shannon said, or you can just do a sign, but he will learn how to increase his sound, his voice, because he needs or wants that object. That's kind of with manding, it's an internal, it's a built-in reinforcer, right? You're requesting something.
Don't forget, you can watch Ask Dr. Doreen live every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. We hope to see you there.